Welcome in to Farming Simulator 25 with me, the Midlife Simster. Thanks for joining me here at Riverbend Springs for episode number 12. So, still in February, as you can see, we have a grass roller. Basically spoke to the guys down at the shop, managed to get this on lease. The only reason I leased it instead of buying it, because it's not particularly expensive to buy, but on the grand scheme of things, it would take, you know, it's like a sixth of our money or a seventh of money, whatever sort of the maths works out to be. And we haven't got any of the fields to roll at the moment, so I'd rather kind of put that money to use immediately elsewhere, and then in a couple of months' time, when we're cutting the grass regularly, then we'll go and buy this. I think that's the sort of overall plan. In terms of finances, where are we here? Paid off the loan. So that £18,000 that I was owed, I talked about in the last episode from the sort of editing issues, all resolved. That is sorted. Yeah, I mean, last episode there was a lot of stuff going on, a lot to kind of skim over the top of. So an incredible kind of amount of money earned for us off all the productions, selling the lumber. So we sold the beams and everything, didn't we, down to Mark down at the playground site. We had some amazing help off the local community, kind of coming forward and stepping up with Mark and a few of the other, you know, contractors and stuff I've never met before, but you know, part of Mark's team, I'm guessing. Came up and built us our silage pit and the sheds up on the farmstead. Like, you know, what an incredible thing to do. And we got some goats. Local community have named them. We've got two names, so we'll go with that, I think, when I pop up there to see them. Wellington, or Welly for short. And my personal favourite, which I honestly laughed out loud, I thought it was absolutely amazing, Vincent Van Goat. I thought that was that was hilarious. So we'll call it Vincent, or Vinny probably for short. But yeah, Vincent Van Goat. I thought that was brilliant. Oh, it's so childish, isn't it? I love it. Right, what have we got to do in this episode? So today, like I say, we got to get this done. I can't remember, someone definitely asked me about the benefits of this, like what's the kind of roller versus like fertilizer spreaders and sprayers and stuff. At the moment, because we haven't got any animals, so we've got no manure and things like that, we've got no way you're making like free fertilizer. Yes, in this series we have got the franchise now set up with the company that gives us the liquid fertilizer and liquid herbicide, so that is a much cheaper way, but we still need the implements to spread that stuff, which we don't have, and they're quite expensive, like the sprayers. This, for what it costs, is less than 20 grand off the top of my head. And if I show you in here, if we go into fertilized, you'll see just rolling up and down, it'll give it a state of fertilizer. So grass will always have that 50% base once it's in. We then roll it up and down and it's done. So yeah, cost, it's not even comparable really. The only time I'll come away from this is if we ever end up in a position where we're generating fertilizer ourselves that we can use, such as slurry or the manure. The downside of this is the time that it takes, because obviously, as you can see, it's an implement, we got to go up and down the field. It does take a little bit of time, so that's going to eat away at us. Other things that need basically doing, as I mentioned then, the liquid fertilizer that we use for the greenhouses, and that you know, like I say, we're the local now representative and franchise for this area. The shipment of that has come in, so I need to nip down to the shop, pick that up and bring it back up to the farm so we can set that up then with the greenhouses. I have also taken on a contract locally. Where's our contracts? There it is. With Walter. Walter was one of the locals who came down with Mark and did so much of the work up on the farmstead, kind of digging it all out for us so that we could get the sheds in there. As a little bit of a thank you, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do it for free. So I'm going to give I'm I'm going to give £2,000 to Willie's restaurant, right, where we got the tools for the restorative society for the grain mill. I'm going to give Willie's £2,000 of that, because they had it. They had no idea what it was. They didn't care that I'd taken it, and again, they had no idea that the thing was worth that much. And I kind of feel bad, you know. I'm getting £10,000, and you know, just for finding these things. These guys have got them. They've just got no idea what they are and how valuable they are. Just because I've got a point of contact that I can benefit from, it feels a bit wrong. So yeah, okay, I'm still keeping, you know, 4/5 of the money, but at least I'm giving something back rather than just keeping it all for myself. So I'm going to give them £2,000, and then Walter can keep the once he transfers that money to me, I'll just transfer it straight back what's left of it. So I think the contract, what was it, 2,500, so he'll have his 500 quid back, and he'll have his field done for free. So yeah, and I think that sets my kind of karma as a bit of a thank you, you know, to try and give back to the community, because, you know, in the main, this place has been brilliant to me, and I can't really ask enough. So yeah, that's the plan, and then we need to work out what we're going to do with our money. I mean, we got £145,000 in the bank. We're losing light now, aren't we? And we got to go and do that work for Walter today. It's going to be tight, this. What do we do with that money? Do we invest it somewhere else? Do we invest in, you know, more land? More land makes the most amount of sense at the moment. Try and expand. If you have a look at the mapping, let's have a look here. So where's come out of this, please, into farmlands. I mean, we own 12 we're on at the moment. We own 26, which we're developing ourselves. It's got to be 13 or 27, hasn't it? 27 is needs ploughing, so that needs a little bit of work, but it does have a fertilized state. 13, though, gives us sort of more options, and you know, it's cheaper. You're getting more field for it, because all of this will make loads of money off these trees when we cut all this back and do something with it. But yeah, that, like, that to me is what we should be buying, because then it brings, I think it can, the thing keeps getting in the way, doesn't it? But if I can maybe zoom out, nope, still not going to let me do it. But you can see it comes up to the point. Oh, there we go. Zoom in, not zoom out mids. So it comes up to the edge of the little lakey pond thing that we've got, and borders this field here. The idea being, in theory, then, where are we? So it comes up here, and then it kind of hooks back around here. Now we can either do something with this land, and again we could look at like pastures and stuff. I'm quite tempted by that. Or we can clear out all these trees in this land and make a super field, and then we got one massive field. So if we were to put a crop into that, we're going to get a lot from it, and that might be the way to go. Don't know, I'm going to give it a bit of thought. There's no brush on it. There's nothing in the ground at the moment. The issue being is that if the person who owns it at the moment goes and puts a crop in it and does any work on it, yeah, it might cause us a bit of a drama, because then, you know, we're buying that crop, and we've either then got to deal with the crop that's in there, or we're literally just wasting money because we're wasting what's in the ground, if that makes sense. So little bit of thinking to do on that, but there we are. Right, let's get this field sorted and finished off, and then yeah, let's get on with our busy day and move towards March. But before all that, like I say, we got to get up to field 32 and get cultivating that. So I'll see you shortly. Right then, I'll leave that roller at the top there. Drop the team at Axel's a message just to let them know it's ready for collection. They'll come and pick that up. I did have to bring it down, but they said they're up here anyway for a few other things, so no dramas. They will come and get that as and when. Right, the reason I've come down here now is we desperately need some fuel in this beast. We also need to fuel the Merlot. I am very tempted to return the Merlot and lease something else, because at the moment we're not using that 3-point, but we're getting to the we're getting to the point where we're going to start using it. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Right, refuel. How much is this going to cost us then? Just watch that money pouring down. We're just not going down the drain, you know. We need fuel. Not much we can do about that. I don't know if it's cheaper if we installed our own fuel pump. £500. Okay. I mean, we're not going to be saving much anyway. But if I was just wondering about like if we installed our own fuel pump on the farm, maybe up in that kind of corner that I can't really use anything for. I was kind of wondering about that, and even like longer term, wondering about maybe doing. Oh, I've missed the turning, haven't I? Right. Okay. I'm wondering about maybe putting in some sort of like bulk purchase silo for ourselves. So not a silo to store things, as in like a buying silo. So we then buy product on bulk, be that lime or solid fertilizer or seed, and then we'll get a discount because we're buying it in bulk, and we can store it then on the farm. But again, I think it's a good idea longer term. It's just the cost of it all, and we need to use our money a bit better than that, because none of that is going to bring money in at the moment. What we need is things that's going to bring money in. Those are basically just kind of luxuries, aren't they? So right, next up, let's get straight up to the big farm, and we will do we'll do our charitable work if you want to call it that. And we'll get, and the other thing with doing these contracts, see, for like local community, even if we keep the money or whatever, it's a real good bit of experience for me in doing some farming, because obviously I've got no experience at all of being a farmer. So yes, and an opportunity to learn. There's the boat picking up its latest load. Not quite the same. Not quite the same effect, my own, compared to theirs, I think. But no, they're still not gonna. You gonna give me a beep beep, mate? No. All right, no worries. Right, let's. Oh, hang on a minute. Phone call. Hang on. Who's this? Oh, Axel.
Hey there, mids. Listen, I've been hearing some things around the town about a little business you seem to be setting up. You want to tell me what that's about?
Hey, Axel. Do you mean my greenhouses? Yeah, man. We had a great month from him, so I'm not surprised. I suppose the word's traveling around the town. That's pretty good to hear.
No, you know I don't mean the greenhouses. Don't play the fool with me. I mean your secondhand machines business.
Oh, that. Yeah, well, yeah, I've started looking into it. But I would hardly call it a business yet, man. We've not even bought anything.
You're trying to undercut me, aren't you? After everything I've done for you?
No, not at all. All I'm trying to do is set something up so I have a chance of making it and being able to stay here. And yeah, you have done a lot for me, Ax. I mean, like the time that you forgot to mention I need that extra machinery, or when you sold me a truck that needed the service straight away.
That's just business.
Yeah, it is, Ax, and so is this. Like, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'll still be bringing you plenty of business. You know, this is a tiny thing for me. You're an established business in the town. I couldn't even hurt your business if I wanted to.
Listen, boy, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. You've not heard the last of this.
Hey, now, come on, Ax. There's no need for that. Hello? Axel? Oh, boy. Well, he's clearly quite upset at that, but we haven't even bought anything. It's just, So this is the problem, see, like small towns, word gets around, you know, it gets out of hand, doesn't it? And then all of a sudden, before you know it, people like turn something into, like, from nothing into something. Although I've got to be honest, that's annoyed me a bit. That's a bit unfair. Right, I tell you what. How funny would it be? How funny would it be if we bought that and repaired it? I mean, it's not going to make us a massive amount, but I reckon we could buy that and sell it for well over 400 and make an easy bit of money, but we are going to need to speak to the bank because it means breaking our rule. Do I really want to go through the trouble of upsetting Axel and speaking to the bank? Or should we just keep it simple and maybe buy the smaller pieces of machinery, repair those? Do you know what? I wasn't really going to push the business thing. You know, I was just going to use Rob as and when. I mean, we need to service this tractor. But that, you know, if he's going to have a pop at me for just trying to make some money, I mean, you know, there's no issues with this. This is an online thing. He sets his own prices. All we're doing is selling them on. It's business. Yeah, I'm going to buy those and I'm going to speak to Rob. He can come around in the morning, start work. He can do a bit of work on our tractor for us. We want it with or without the front weight? I don't know. Let's go without. Let's go without for now. Whoops. Now then, how are we going to transport that? We'll have to take the Merlot down to be able to pick it up and put it onto the truck and bring it back up. But I still think we can do that. There's got to be someone around here that's got a Macdon. Wow. Axel, are you picking a fight? You want to fight, brother? We can have a fight. I tell you what, we'll even be kind, right? Because we're going to have to go and start picking that equipment up. But be kind. I'll save you the journey. I'll drop you a text. Whoops, there's a tree by there. Good job, Rob's coming to fix the tractor. And I will even take this back down for you whilst I'm picking up my own equipment. I just don't like that. There's no need for that. I'm a bit upset. There we are. Right, come on. Let's put it to the back of our minds. We can worry about that later. We've got a job to do for someone who's actually just done something completely off the bat really nice for us, and we need to maybe once we've done this, maybe our karma will sort itself out a little bit. Yeah. So when I spoke to him earlier, he said everything is going to be up on the farm for me. It's just going to be the tractor and the implement. So we're not even using our own tractor, which is great. Although I wonder what will happen with that, because I bet the contract will automatically charge us for using the owner's equipment. So we'll be at a bit of loss. But I don't mind about that. So be it. No, so be it. Where is the way into this farm then? It's down here, is it? Because the field we're doing is on our left. Right. Come on then. Whoa, someone's gonna... I thought they were on an overtake then. Okie dokie. So this is now this farm, right? Between you and I got my eye on this place. Long term, there's no point us, you know, getting out, taking out a massive loan or anything like that and buying it now because we can't afford to do anything else with it. If we make a bit of money over this next kind of couple of years, this is the aim. This is the place that we want to be. The potential up here is massive. Like if I send the drone up, and you like, if I show you what actually this land is, so you've got this field here, right? That's only 125,000, but it comes that 5 acres, so it's good size. This, however, is the farmland, 348,000. It is massive, absolutely massive. We own all this. Now, what it allows for is productions and kind of unique like development opportunities. There's a lot of land just to kind of mess around with and make pretty, but that's all when we've got a bit of money. Right now, we have no money. So, or well, we've got money, but not enough money. Right, what's this then? Challenger. Oh, okay, Challenger 225. Oh, nice. She sounds nice. She's old, like me. Right, let's hook her up. Sweet. Set up the GPS. What was in here then once upon a time? Soybeans. Oh, cool. I think the price for soybeans is pretty decent. GPS would suggest 3 headlands, and then we can just go straight up and down. I like it. Alright. No. We need to be a lot further across than that. Okay. Now we might be able to get away with not needing to do the headlands, maybe just the last one, but we'll see. So this thing is just turning the ground over and preparing it then for seeding, is it? How much does this cost then to buy? Assuming it's a cultivator, isn't it? Is it the Lemkin? Yeah, it's got to be the Lemkin, is it? 5 meters, £24,500. Nice. All right. Okay. Right. Wow, look, it's quite fast as well, isn't it? I mean, don't get me wrong, the tractor's obviously pretty powerful, so it's not struggling with it. Oh, we'll get this done in no time. Ah, nice. No beacons on these old tractors, though, are there? You know? We got the same issue in the Deutz, and there's no beacons, and I like a beacon. Okay, so I think if we... Whoa, I thought I'd lifted that up. Bit of an experience there from the office worker. I think if I aim to try and, like, cultivate the second and third headlands up on the up and down, so all I've got to do then is do the final one with the main headland. That's probably the best way of doing this. Try and get all the patches covered. So, yeah. Okay, let's break character and have a little bit of a chat about some things that are going on. Exciting times this week. So we are now Sunday the 26th of January. There has been an absolute deluge of mods come out this week. A lot of them being placeables. I'm a bit gutted because we could have used a lot of them for what we just did in the last episode. So it's quite typical, really, that they should all come out just after I've already done something. I don't know. Maybe we'll get lucky and get a bit of tornado that I can put into the storyline and justify like taking a shed down and changing the things. But yeah, so loads of mods coming out. Also, for those of us on console, finally the update has come out that there's the bug issues are being addressed, the frames per second are being addressed. I'm pretty sure they're going to sort the manure out this week as well. So for those of you with like cows, water buffaloes, the whole manure issue is going to be resolved. That's a big thing as well, because for that not to be working base game, it's a bit embarrassing that, I think, for Giants. But nonetheless, they're clearly working really hard to get it done. Calmsden Farm is out. I love that map. And I love that series already. I've recorded 3 episodes. By the time... A few things to talk about on a side brief, because depending on what you like, and if you like my style of play, then it's not going to be dissimilar to this, is it? So if you haven't already, go and check it out. I had a bit of an issue on there, and I'm reason to talk about it is because it relates back to this series as well. The the problem I've got, right, is I've done something with the animal pens. We put the custom pens in. I got a comment saying, oh, you know, you can delete the fences if you want and all that. And I was like, oh, that would like really add to it. That would really give me a bit of like kind of creative freedom on the map, especially like, you know, Calmston, we've all played it. Or, you know, everyone knows what it looks like, and whoa, we're going the wrong way. You know, we all know what it looks like. So the opportunity to make it your own is awesome, isn't it? And one of the best things about Calmston now is how much you can customize and delete. So I was like, oh yeah, definitely. So I started playing around with it, deleted all the fences, and I was like, yeah. I recorded the 3 episodes. So I did the 2 back-to-back for 2 and 3. After that then, offline, did loads of the editing, took out all the custom fences, put in, like, you know, the calms and bush fences all around it. Really did a lot of work on it. I was really pleased with it. What I didn't know was the issue with doing that is once you leave the game and come back in, your animals disappear. Now, they don't disappear from the game, because when you look at your pasture, they're still there in the numbers side of things. So they will continue to generate, you know, the like whatever the production that they're meant to be bringing in, whether it's sheep and goats or whatever, or cows, etc., water buffalo. They'll continue to do all the things they're meant to do. They're just not there visually. And what's the point of that? Now, clearly it's a bug. It's going to get fixed at some point. That won't be high up on Giant's priority list, I can assure you. So I deep dived it. Now, by the time you're hearing this, the video that I've done on it will already be out. Now, that video is either going to go down like an absolute lead balloon, or the right people are going to love it, see it, share it, and think it's brilliant. Because for PC players, it's not really relevant, because you can do so much with the code. You can do so much with Giant's editor that it doesn't really affect you guys. And you've got loads more workarounds than we have on console. For console players, what I found, I honestly, for the immersion and the ability to do like creative stuff, I think it's massive. I think it's absolutely massive. So check that out if you've got any interest in doing your own custom pastures, and you're on console, because it might just be the option and the answer that you've been looking for in this problem. However, a word of warning. What I didn't realise, right, is once a custom pasture is in, whatever you used it for, if you delete it all, to sell the animals, delete the fencing, delete the whole pasture, you know, everything that you can do is gone, the game will not allow you to use that field to place anything. It creates the like a clash, and you cannot put anything back on top of where your pasture limits were. So my constant series has got a bit of a drama on its hand, because I've obviously gone in now to try and having figured out what I figured out. I've gone and deleted the pastures, sold all the animals, deleted the pastures, with the idea of rebuilding the new ones with the trick that I've learned and taught myself and found out, which allows me to basically put them in without a fence, bar maybe a couple of pieces of fencing dotted around in the corners of the fields at the extremities. And I can't do it because it won't let me place anything, because it already thinks there's something there even though there's not. So yeah, that is a problem. And what that realistically now means is I'm going to have to start Calmston again. So I'm gonna start a new save. I'm gonna redo the pastures. I'm gonna try and do them a bit nicer than I did the first time around. And yeah, the issue I've got, and it's the same with this. Now, I want to do back-to-back episodes. I think that's the way to go. A lot of you have talked about that. So it's going to be... this series is much, much harder because of the editing process, because of the amount of effort I've got to do with the editing for, like, you know, adding text messages and, you know, just there's extra little bits to it because we're doing a role play, so I've got to add a lot more immersion to it. It takes loads longer. I still think I can do back-to-back episodes. The issue is, with update 1.5 coming this week, I kind of want to see what that is, because if it says you've got to do a new save, if there's something really drastic, you know, I mean, this series is too far along now. We can't do a new save on this one, but certainly for Calmsden, I might be better just waiting a few days to see when that update comes. But the issue then is, if the update doesn't land before Friday, I haven't recorded anything and I've run out of time and there's no content coming to the channel. Yeah, so it's difficult, isn't it? It's like, what do you do? Like, what do you do for the best? I gotta hopefully, I've signed up to something that hopefully has worked well, because you'll have already heard now the phone call that I just had with Axel. I really hope that works, because that sort of immersion would be cool. I'm gonna have to do 2 headlands. There's no 2 ways about this, is there? 2 ways. Yeah, I think that would add a little bit to it rather than just text messaging. But it takes a lot of prep and faffing about. So I hope it sounds okay. Be kind if it doesn't. Because, yeah, it's I'm just trying new things for you guys to make this, even better, hopefully. Why has it missed an entire row there? Oh, man. Right, so, anyway, so that's interesting. So the update this week, keep your eyes out for it. I am so tempted to go and just buy myself a PS5 Pro. I have no money. I don't know if if Mrs. Mids gets wind of it, then she'll hit the roof. Well, obviously, I mean, you said I'll sell my standard PS5 afterwards, make a bit of money back that way, but still, you're still looking at like 400 quid or whatever, aren't you, as an outlay for it. But the update is certainly pushing. If I want to do this properly, I can't afford a gaming PC, so I'm going to be a console player for quite some time. That's one of those things that I should be saying, right, that's an expense worth having, because it'll improve what I'm putting out there. Oh, and also, sorry that so much chat and not roleplay stuff, but I need you guys to let me know. I have changed the settings on my OBS and messed around with filters, etc. Let me know if the colours are better than they were in the previous episodes. So the previous episodes, I think, since I changed my monitor, things look really washed out. So I've amended a few things, and I'm hoping now that it looks better for you guys. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you think it looks... I know it's hard because you obviously haven't got a direct comparison, but I feel that it looks better. So... and I'll tell you what, we'll do a bit of behind the curtain here as well, because I'll show you how... The only way I can... And if anyone's got a better idea, let me know, because I'm you're helping me, so I'd really appreciate it. Again, because... There we are, cool. So we'll check this back over there. The only way I have of adjusting money is with the government subsidies, if I'm going to give myself money. So every hour then we'll get some money, and then I've just got to figure out then the way of getting rid of that money. The only way I can figure out to get rid of money when I earn it and then want to repay it back like I am for the storyline is through leasing and then returning the whatever it is I've leased. If there's any other way anyone can think of doing it that's more efficient, let me know. But I think that's the only way we can do it. So if I just show you what we do, because you never know, there might be, the majority of you watching this won't care a jot about that, but there may be one or two of you doing your own thing, think, oh, that's an interesting, I hadn't thought of doing that, and that's an interesting sort of way of adapting it for my own series, because I want to see people enjoy this game. I want to see people creating content. Yeah, okay, it's going to take away from me in theory. If you think of it as a competitive marketplace as a content creator, I'm kind of stupid to give ideas and tips to people, but that's I That's just not me. So, right, if we go into our contracts now, for example, then we'll collect this for 2,115, right? Gosh, 2115. So 115. If we then go into, so let me think about this. So if we go into this, go to lease it, 29. So there's our base price. So it needs to probably be below 50. 35 won't be enough. Tractors is normally the best way to go, but oh, that might be close. If we upgrade it, no, that's too much. That could be perfect. Look at that. 2115, 2167. All right. Cool. So lease that. Come out of all this. Back into vehicles. Find our new leased vehicle. There she is. Return. Gosh. There we are. £2,167 leased. Pays off the money that we just got back. So there we go. Anyway. Now see, when I look at the recording, it looks so dark there. My monitor that I'm playing, it's not too bad. But for you guys, I mean, that's like pitch black. Let me know. If it's too dark, let me know. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's meant to be dark. It's nighttime. Well, it's not nighttime, it's 7:10, but the game is getting dark, you know, the moon's out. So anyway. Back into character and let's get on with it. So, contract completed. I've repaid the money to Walter, so our karma is sorted there. I will drop the manager of Willie's Boat Restaurant a little message just to say thank you very much. Please find enclosed £2,000 has been sent to your business account. So they will hopefully appreciate that. Whoa. No, this would be the most ironic thing in the world. Oh no, it's not him, I don't think. No, we're okay. Different driver. Who owns this shed? Is it Walter? I mean, what's that? That's just an old wagon thing, is it? Can't use any of that. I think there's something in here. Right. Let's send a little text message, a little picture to the society guys to see if they are if this is of any interest to them. So 2 secs. Do you want this? Yes, collect. What was it? The bucket, was it? Okay. Right, hang on. Who owns this? Should speak to Daniel, really. Where are we? How do you know? Right, if I... Or is it? Yeah, okay, whoever owns this one. Katie! Katie owns it. Right, okay. Should have probably spoken to Katie before we took it. Ooh. Katie's been really nice to us as well. The society are adamant that, like, you know, the community understand all this stuff. So maybe if I... Right, bear with me. I'm going to give her a shout. Right, there we are. Karma resolved. Spoke to Katie. She was adamant. She said she knew all about the society. Was quite happy for me to send it to them and keep the money. But it just doesn't feel right, does it? Especially when these guys are being so good to me and so kind. So sent Katie £2,000 as a little bit of a thank you. So we dropped down from the 97 that we had for the for finding it up to dropped out to 95. So there we are. I like that, and you know, it keeps us in Katie's good books. We need her on side. She's got a lot to do with the animal dealerships and stuff in town. So, right, we need to get a wriggle on here because time is running out. Let's have a look. So, whoa, that was a bit of a weird move. We come down here, back down towards the farm. If we go, I'll go and get that roller, and I'll go and take it down to old Happy Axel's shop. Whilst we're down there, then I can start picking up some of our new purchases, so that Rob is ready to. We can give him a bell in the morning, and then get him over to the yard. He can start making some repairs for us. We still need to go and pick up all the fertilizer stuff as well, so plenty to do. Yeah, all right. I'll see you when I've got some of this mess sorted out. Right, I'd also forgotten that with this comes the Omatana fertilizer and water tank. So, oh no, we don't want to go there because we don't want to drive over our grass, do we? So we got to come down the. No, that's not enough of a turn in mids. We got to come down this way and then through the little gap in the fence. Yeah, so we got a new water tank. So a lot of kind of admin and faff sorted out then. Dropped off the grass roller. I also then returned the old water tank that we had down to Axel's shop. He wasn't around. Not a bad thing right now. So let's see how this works. I've basically, if I show you very quickly, we have 3 canisters, 50 litres apiece of the liquid fertilizer. We basically had 4. There's one within the tank, within the lizard TARDIS. So we now should, if I start filling off the specialist pump that's there in front of the greenhouse, find liquid fertilizer. Now it will cost us. I know it will cost us to fill this up, but I don't think it'll cost us as much as it would if we were buying the liquid fertilizer. So, right, whilst that's doing that, we'll let that run. We'll take off these tension belts. I will unload these. Now, we also have got product, and it's still February, so it's still a good time to sell. Where are we going to keep these? Probably somewhere that's not going to clash. We need another shed down here, don't we? Yeah, we do. Let's put them around the back, down by here for now. I'll probably forget that they're there. We need another shed down here. Maybe for like the mowing equipment and stuff, and then any kind of chemicals like this. That might be a nice thing to do. Maybe we'll have to speak with Mark. When I've dropped everything off at the farm that Rob's going to need, so I'm not going to phone him now. It's too late in the evening. We'll speak to him tomorrow. He can come down and do the work for us on the tractor on our dikes, but also he can then do the repair work on the items we bought earlier. So the Macdon mower head, and then also the 2 other parts that we bought, which was the seed storage that goes on the front of the tractor that'll then feed into the unit behind. And what was the other thing we bought? Just throwing money around so much now, I can't even remember what I bought. Oh, the Prolander. Right, okay, which is cultivator again? Yeah, there she is. Would cost 50,500 new. So, yeah, hopefully he can do a bit of work on those for us. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just load this lot up. There's a few other bits and bobs I need to show you at the farm as well, down at the farmstead. So we'll load these up. The market up the road is open till 10. So, oh, I tell you what we could do. I'll take him down to Willie's. I'll take him down to the boat, and that way then we can go and see the manager and say hello. I did text him. I haven't had a response back yet, but you know, it's evening times there when they're busiest, isn't it? So, right, stick the straps on this. Right, how much have we got? 7,000 litres of liquid fertilizer in there now. So, if this has worked properly... Whoa! Mids, dudes, your equipment is there. Idiot. Oh, that's the other thing I did. I returned the wood chipper. I'm going to try and steer clear from doing any wood chipping for a little while now. And we're going to focus on the farming element. That can come again later in the year. Dump liquid fertilizer. Yes, please. Beautiful. Right, top that one up. Now then, this'll test me. Can the office worker reverse this nicely between the lines? I know there's no... no, I can't. I know there's no products there, but it's good practice for us. So I think, I mean, we could just drive in and spin around. There's still room here at the moment. We haven't developed this to anything else, but... And this is kind of where this one needs to live now, because then it can also... If we dump the liquid fertilizer, so excellent. When that now runs out of liquid fertilizer, it will also double up as the water. Let me turn the engine off because that's really loud. It'll also double... Oh, why is it... we need to stop it overloading, do we? Or is it the... Oh, no, it's the production point off the water base, off the big thing. That's causing that noise, I'm guessing. Can't really tell. It sounds like... I still think it's the TARDIS, but... Stop overloading. Ah, it was. I need to turn the engine on to turn it off. So it's... There we are. Right. Yeah, this will also obviously hold water. It isn't the Unreal capacity for Quick Break character. It's the standard capacity. And we can use it for that. But however, this thing has currently got 299,000 litres of water in it. So it'll be a little bit of a while before we need to worry about that. So, final thing of the day. And I'm very, very aware that on my game, I can see perfectly. And for you guys, it's probably pitch black. And that might make for abysmal viewing. I get that. But without testing this, I'm sorry, I won't know. So, again, let me know in the comments, is it too dark at night to do this? Do I need to put the filter back on for nighttime play? Or is it acceptable? In the main, I would say, 90% of the stuff we do is going to be in the daylight hours. So, it shouldn't be a massive issue. But... yeah, I just need to know, and I need a little bit of patience from you guys, which I'm sure you will be, because I've said every time, I can't tell you how amazed I am at the community we've got on this channel, and how positive everyone is and how friendly everyone is, and I thank you, because you guys are amazing. Right, so we've got a big thing of beams. Let's hike that up onto here. That's not very good hiking because it doesn't fit. Will it fit? No. Oh, right. This is going to get a bit ugly. Yeah, that's not going to work, is it? We're going to need to move some stuff around very quickly so we can fit all this on here. Get you over. Whoa, get over there, mate. Ideally, I mean, we could just turn them onto the sideways, but that should now be fine. And if we throw the chilies over there a bit. Well, not that much. Get that on there, mate. Right, excellent. And then if we come from this angle. Whoop, whoop. I know it's not very realistic, but we don't want to be playing Pallet Simulator all our lives, do we? On you go. Can you go all the way through there? Yes. And then can we just squeeze these guys on? Ah, look at that. But also, if I, excellent. Look at what's already been, I'm telling you now, this bump wasn't here. The stone we took away was over there. I'm telling you that bump didn't exist. I don't know what's going on here. So there's everything ready for Rob in the morning when we give him a bell. But look what we got. We got 5 litres of goat milk. Well done, guys. Well done. Where's Vinny? Vinny Welly. I named thee Vinny. Oh, wicked. Oh, so happy. So chuffed. Right, I am going to go and sell our products to the down to Willie's. I'll go and speak with the manager, say hello to him, and have a little chat. I'm then going to run this lot, the wood beams and stuff, up to the playground, get some money there. And then it'll be time to return home and get our heads on the pillow and start a new day. But I think in terms of where we are at the episode, it's been a little bit of filler, not much thriller, but still not too bad. So we'll call it a day there. Look, if you are still here and you haven't already done so, as always, please give this video a like and a subscribe. Turn your notifications on so you don't miss anything going forward. And until next time, as always, be happy, stay safe, and we will speak again soon. Take care.